Hi educators, students who are studying towards qualification in early childhood education and care, room leaders, educational leaders and nominated supervisors. My name is Kate and I am a trainer and assessor and also a kindergarten teacher, qualified diploma educator in Australia, in Melbourne, and I'm also a huge advocate for active learning. So I will invite you to use Kahoots, and in particular from our regulatory authority, ASIQA, that is responsible for implementation of National Quality Framework. Australian Children's Education and Care Quality Authority has fantastic resources that can help us all to learn a little bit more about quality and be more confident around planning cycle, about approved frameworks and many other topics. So I play Kahoot, which is this game, with my students. So I'm going to highlight so you can see. This is called Kahoot, with my students, and it really helps how to identify the gaps of your team or yourself if you're a student. It also helps you to remember the quality areas or remember what planning cycle components are, answer some really important questions, and also bust some myths as well about planning and programming. ASIQA has quite a lot of Kahoots. We use usually 3. Yes, so amazing 3 Kahoots. So here we have some good instructions from ASIQA how to play Kahoots, but I'm just going to take you through this walkthrough video that will help you to see how to play them. Yeah, so I'm playing these Kahoots in classroom. So for example, you need a link to get started, and you need an app. So here we go. We are leaving this area, and now you're gonna see the Kahoot that is on the website. So you click on the link, or you prepared the link and inserted it into your presentation, or you want to practice by yourself if you're a student. So as you can see, this Kahoot will be on approved learning framework. So, and I invite you to play with me. So I'm going to log in. So you will have your own login as well. And we are going to play this Kahoot. So that's what Kahoot looks like when you log in. So then you click start. Yeah, and we're gonna play. So I'm going to play in a classic mode, meaning that it's just me. I'm going to open the app, yeah, and this app will help me to participate in the Kahoot. Kahoot app is really easy to download. You can turn the music off or adjust the volume here, and as you can see, once I entered my name, it's gonna show up here. So when I play in class, I have a lot of students' names, or students might choose their nicknames, so whatever they want. And we can get started once everyone is ready. So you're gonna play along with me, and you have all the chances to write the correct responses. So the first question, the requirement for a service program to be based on approved framework is... and you can choose one of 4 options. In the app, you just will have different colored rectangles. So for example, red for the first question answer, orange for only required for the year before start school, original optional to get exceeding rating, that's blue, and green is square not required. So I would say, let's say low. Yeah, I didn't have a chance to answer it. That's okay. But if you do, that would be obviously the correct response. Let's keep going. You click next. And there is a second question. The framework for school-age children is called. Think about what it's called. Is it My Time, Our Place, Framework for Schools, Early Years Learning Framework, or School-Age Care Framework? I give you 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and the answer is my time, our place. You probably guessed it right. The next question is, what is a common acronym for the Early Years Learning Framework? BBB, BBB EYLF, the EYLF, or the Australian Framework? I give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the correct answer is the EYLF. Next question. Each approved framework includes principles, practices, and learning outcomes, assessment and rating information requirements, lesson plans to be implemented, information on how to meet the national regulations. I'll give you 5 seconds again to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the correct answer is principles, practices, and learning outcomes. I hope you are having fun and will play it again by yourself or with your team. Let's keep going. Now, question 5. Children have a strong sense of identity is A, and you need to choose the correct answer. Principle, learning outcome, practice, or goal of national quality framework. If you do not know EYLF, it's a good way to learn. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess or find the correct answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the correct answer is outcome. Yes, that's outcome number 1. Children have a strong sense of identity. Well done if you guessed, and if you didn't guess, don't worry. Next question is easy, true or false. You just have 2 options here, red and blue. Each framework has 5 learning outcomes. And I need to clarify here, they're talking about nationally approved frameworks, because in Victoria we have another framework that is called Victorian Early Years Learning and Developmental Framework. So what do you think? The correct answer is true. When we talk about my time, our place and EYLF, the EYLF, we have 5 learning outcomes in each. And actually, Victorian framework will have 5 learning outcomes too. I use the approved learning frameworks guide my program development once a month for every child, only for certain children. I never use it. So it's your own answer. My answer would be for every child. Yeah, it's very, very handy. Check some of my videos that are unpacking EYLF and how to use it for programming and planning. True or false? The principles underpin the practice of the framework. What do you think? Is it true or is it false? I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the answer is true. So first we have 5 principles in the EYLF. 5 principles underpin 8 practices. Understanding of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander ways of knowing and being is a learning outcome, is not in the frameworks. All of the above or form part of the principles of the frameworks. The correct answer is forms part of one of the principles of the frameworks. It is an important part of high expectations and equity, and it's also an important part of diversity or respect for diversity. We have question 10 now. When educators maintain high expectations of each child's capabilities, they: red, support each child's social emotional well-being; orange, believe in every child's capacity to succeed in learning; blue, support children's sense of agency; and green, all of the above? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the answer is all of the above. Correct. Approved learning framework is the concept for which element of the national quality standard. So this is the handout that I have in my class for all students who are studying towards Certificate 3 or Diploma. And this really helps them to match the activities to relevant elements and national quality standards. So let's see if you will be able to guess. It's quite challenging without checking, but it's also easy if you know the national quality standard. Here we go. The correct answer is 1.1.1, which is called Approved Learning Frameworks. You are doing a really great job, everyone, playing Kahoot. In 2021, it has been years since the Early Years Learning Framework was launched. So what do you think would be the correct answer? If you look at the reference to the first version of EYLF, it would be 2009. Yes, so just check how many years would it be. And the correct answer is 12. So at this stage, 2022, the EYLF or Early Years Learning Framework is under review. So sooner we will have some reviewed and updated options and versions. Wonderful. So we have a few more questions, guys. I find the approved frameworks challenging to understand. Is it true? Yes, no, sometimes. I'd say still a lot to learn and all the answers are correct. Which of these is not one of the 5 learning outcomes of the Early Years Learning Framework? Number 1, children have a strong sense of identity. Children are confident and involved learners. Children are connected with and contribute to their world. Children are academically prepared. I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the correct answer is green. This is not one of the 5 learning outcomes. It might be a good idea to learn all 5 outcomes by heart. Alright, so we have a few more questions. In 2021, it has been how many years since My Time, Our Place was launched? My Time, Our Place is a framework for school-age children, so think about how many years passed. And the correct answer is 10. So it was introduced after, 2 years after the EYLF. The school age framework acknowledges the importance of something in learning and development. Let's find this gap. Is it learning outside school times, or play and leisure, or homework, or after school sports? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the correct answer is orange, play and leisure. Well done. And the last question. Based on our responses to this quiz, I think we need to update the Quality Improvement Plan or QIP, connect with educational leader to work on our program, consider some learning framework professional development, or revisit the learning frameworks through critical reflection. It's up to you. What do you choose as a student? I would definitely consider some learning professional development. And all answers are correct. So when you play Kahoot in class, you have 3 winners, and it usually helps as well to appreciate hard work that was put into getting to this first place. So, because I was the only player with you, of course I won this game. I hope you enjoyed playing Kahoot with me and learned a little bit more about the approved learning frameworks. Thinking about your Certificate 3 or Diploma, this is part of the unit that is called Apply Approved Learning Frameworks, which is 034, or in the past it used to be 009. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to see you again.